Just going to show you like maybe 5-10 minutes of it, but it has to do with marketing in today's age. Everybody knows who Gary Vee is. If you don't know who Gary Vee is, he's one of the biggest digital marketers in the space that we have right now. So I'm here. Let me go ahead and get this situated.
Bunch of stuff so that you can then hire the perfect you. What I would call contemporary marketing. I see it as the thing that everybody in this room should spend the majority of their time on. I think we need to start having an advanced, dramatically different conversation on what team building and leadership actually is. Marketing is incredibly confused with sales. We call VaynerMedia the honey empire, but the word empire is not a soft word. We're trying to build the biggest company of all time. 3 to 4 LinkedIn ads a day, all different, videos, pictures, or words, all run as ads. Disproportionately, this has been the thing that I've been most emailed about as a substantial game changer for B2B companies. To me, marketing was a conversation of ambition. With all due respect, I just want you to know one thing. We are the best marketing company in the world, which means the only thing that's about to happen is we're going to speed up the world knowing that your product is a piece of crap. You cannot hire your 23-year-old niece to do it. Meaning actually starting a podcast or a YouTube show around the expertise of the business that you're in. The idea of becoming the publisher, not the marketer, right? Most people are in sales. We are a sales organization. That's great. I love sales. But marketing is the second framework, much stronger than sales in the medium and long term. The third thing that I'm talking to you about right now is the concept of becoming the media company, what I've done with my career. This last tactic, because I've thrown this out in my content, different interviews and such, has been a major win for some small B2B, mid-sized B2B companies. And I would highly, highly recommend the people in this room that have a little gift of gab, feel like they can do this, please push yourself. It really works. Remember when you promised you would never get a Facebook account in 2012? Humans say no. Many of you, when you heard about Bitcoin, no. The blockchain is here. Every contract in the world in 15 years is going to be on the blockchain. It's how you're going to do business. So what, are you going to do the same thing you did with the internet, which is fight it until you succumb to it and left all that opportunity on the table? You don't like money? You don't want your family to be more stable? You don't want your business to grow? You may not want to dance on TikTok, but I'm not asking you to dance. The internet is where the real world is. Everyone's like the metaverse and the VR and all this crazy stuff. We're living there now. Do you know how many hours are spent looking at this? And that's the point of this talk today, which is a lot's happening. It's nice to be back on stage. There's 2 core things that I'm spending a ton of time on right now, and they're pretty opposite. One is incredibly in the weeds and very tactical and very in the dirt, which is what I would call contemporary marketing. Whether you're in this room as B2B or B2C, including things that wouldn't make maybe sense to a lot of people within the industry of what they should be doing on LinkedIn or TikTok or things of that nature. They fascinate me mainly because I'm a businessman, right? Since I was 14 years old, I've been involved in a family business, own business my whole life. So everything comes from the standpoint of oxygen to pay the bills. I was born in the Soviet Union, grew up in a very immigrant family. My dad had a liquor store, and from May 18th, 1998 until this second that I'm standing, I've had the responsibility to make the payroll every 2 weeks of every day of my life. So my framework when it comes to marketing is actually extremely grounded in the practicality of actually building a business. And as I'm getting the gray hairs and getting a little more mature, I'm realizing how many people don't see marketing the way I see it. I see it as oxygen. I see it as the thing that everybody in this room should spend the majority of their time on. And most people, when I give this talk or have a meeting or have navigated the last 25 years, are trying to find time to get to marketing. I'd rather be great at contemporary marketing than know how to balance my P&L. That's how my brain thinks about it. And so as I'm going to go into this right now, there's only one thing that I know that can double a person's business without them making a significant change in their product or service, or having some fortune, like their local competitor decided to retire. Like, there's only one thing, and that is marketing. And marketing is incredibly confused with sales. And I see it every day. And I think people have incredible comfort with sales because they know what the ROI is in the very immediate. The conversations and the keynotes and the books that I wrote, 7-10 years ago about, hey, print and radio and television, the things that I use to build my wine business, they're declining in value. You got to look at Google AdWords or email or YouTube. That's becoming a non-conversation. I think I struggle to think that people don't realize that digital is a real serious form of marketing. What is happening though is, as people have gone through that transition, the land of navigating digital marketing is incredibly vast and ridiculously up and down. You can waste an ungodly amount of money doing digital marketing and get nothing in return, or you could spend a stunningly low amount of dollars and get very high upside. And it just comes down to the tactics and just understanding it. And I want to spend some time on that. The other thing that I want to spend time on is today 16th? Tuesday? Yeah. So today was supposed to be the day my new book came out. If you guys can flash my screen one more time. So today was supposed to be the day that my new book came out, 12 and a half, leveraging the emotional ingredients for business success. I did a NFT promotion in August that if you bought 12 copies, I would.
All right, guys. So once again, welcome everybody in. I've got 11 people on the call. If I can get all 11 of you guys to drop a quick screenshot in the band, I'm going to go ahead and get started with my part of the presentation at 8:15. I'm just going to give Gary a couple more minutes because this whole video, I will drop the link for you guys in band so you can watch the whole video, but he's providing a lot of value in this video talking about marketing. I know a lot of us, we market by making a post here and there, but if we really want to take our business to the next level and start making, the money that we all came here to make, then we're going to have to take our marketing to the next level. So I'm going to just go ahead and give it another 2-3 minutes. If you guys can go ahead and drop your screenshots in a band. I think I've only seen like 2 people do it, and let's lead by example. Okay. Cause that's what leaders do. We lead by example. Let's show everybody we're up, we're grinding, and we're here to learn.
Airdrop you an NFT and sold 1.2 million copies, which for context makes it the most successful book of all time, or at least one of the top 10. And so they had to push it by 2 weeks, and it'll be coming out in 2 weeks. But it's just really fun timing that today was supposed to be the day, because it's really the other thing I desperately want to talk to you about, which is my navigating not only my own career, but I was an early investor in Facebook and Twitter, in Uber, in Coinbase. I run an agency that's a 1,800 person global company that works with a ton of businesses. And something has really become very clear to me, again, in this older state, which is in business, we don't really talk about kindness or empathy or compassion or accountability, or we don't talk about soft skills as a core. We talk about it as like a side dish, as a nice to have. And I think if you're very thoughtful about what's going on in the world right now, and I don't mean the over coddling and entitlement and that stuff, I mean people having options as employees, creating continuity and actually building something very big instead of kind of okay or solid. I think we need to start having an advanced, dramatically different conversation on what team building and leadership actually is. And again, I don't come from a foofy place. The way this book was built was how I built my company. Internally, we call VaynerMedia the honey empire, right? Honey over vinegar. But the word empire is not a soft word. We're trying to build the biggest company of all time.
Hey, and that's what we're all trying to do, right? We're trying to build the biggest company of all time. All right, guys, good morning. Just in case if there's anybody on here brand new, my name is Bianca Baez. I am a executive elite with UWE, and I try to, bring some value to you guys every morning that I jump on here. We have a lot of different things that we go over, like the daily DMO, which is your daily method of operations. And that's things that you should be doing to go ahead and get your business launched properly, right? If you want your face to be in front of other people's eyes, you have to do a DMO. You have to have something in place that you do every single day for you to be able to see success. So for the next 15 minutes, I'm going to go. Sorry, somebody was honking like a madman. I'm gonna go over the top 10 marketing strategies, and then at 8:30 we're gonna jump into our daily DMO so that way we can make sure we're getting active with this time. So I literally came in here, I googled top 10 marketing strategies, and this awesome list popped up. So right, I think it's this one. Let me see. Let me send it to myself real quick. From sources across the web. I just want to make sure I have this same page because it literally gives you the exact breakdown that you would want of each marketing strategy and what it's used for, how it's used, etc. So let me just send this real quick. But me personally, I like to use guerrilla marketing. That's my favorite strategy. If you guys follow me on Facebook, you know pretty much anytime you log in, you can go ahead and see a post from Bianca because I do not play. A lot of people will tell you, oh, you only want to post 1 time a day, 2 times a day, this many times a day. Me personally, I like to post whenever I feel like it because for me it's like hello, and if I as long as I give Facebook something to promote for me and it's on brand, they're going to push it. If you're not giving Facebook content, then they're not going to have anything to push for you, right? So you have to give content on a regular basis. So here are examples of marketing strategies. There's social media marketing. This is something that we do literally every single day. So you can see here, they have the breakdown for you. Let me move this. And it literally tells you like the age frames, who's here, what kind of content to put out, strategies to use, and what are the cons. So Facebook, 25 to 34, boomers, what kind of content, photos, links, information, live videos, strategies, local marketing, advertising, building relationships, and it's a weak organic reach. Why is it a weak organic reach? Why do we all know why? Because Facebook only puts your content in front of people who you engage with, who engage with your content. So that's why it's a weak organic reach. YouTube, ages 18 to 25, 26 to 35. What kind of content, how-tos, webinars, explainers, organic SEO, advertising for the strategies. And then cons, video is resource heavy. So not a lot of people like to do videos, right? Not a lot of people feel comfortable with that kind of content. But if you can get into the habit of making that kind of content, there's literally people making millions of dollars every day off of YouTube. Instagram, 18 to 25, 24, 25 to 34 in ages. It is for millennials. And the type of content is inspiration, adventure, questions, and polls do really well on there, especially if you run them in your stories or on your reels. Right now, Instagram is battling against TikTok for reels. So they are pushing your reels. If you are giving Instagram real content, they are going to push it heavy for you because they are battling against TikTok. They're trying to beat TikTok. All right. So then it is for strategies, e-commerce. They let you set up stores. It's organic because most of the time it's people who you've come into contact with or have found you through maybe the For You page. And it has a lot to do with influencers, right? Once you become an influencer on there, you can pay for it and people will post your stuff. And what's the con? It's got a high ad cost. That's totally understandable because, if you want to spend $5, $10 a day, it might add up. But guess what? The return on that is what you're looking for. Twitter, 25 to 34, 35 to 49. I kind of look at Twitter as like the daily news outlet. Remember how our parents used to read the newspapers and stuff like that? Well, that's kind of what Twitter has turned into as far as daily news going out on a regular basis, right? It's very fast with the information that's coming out. It has to do with the educated and the wealthy. It's good content, is news, discussion, humor, and then of course the strategies are customer service and ads for males. Do you see that? Ads for males. They are very specific in that because a lot of men use Twitter and they're visual creatures. So cons, small ad audience. Obviously, you have to really build up your following in Twitter to be able to go ahead and have a big outreach, just like in anything, but it's a little bit harder with Twitter. Yeah, let's see. Indeed, 46 to 55 professionals. This is where we can go to find those older mortgage lenders, real estate people, anybody who's in sales who might need that credit score for them to get approved for things. Content is long form content or core values. Strategies are B2B, business to business, organic, international, and the cons, ad reporting and custom audience. Then we have TikTok, ages 10 to 19, female 60%. TikTok is 60% female. So if you guys know anything about marketing plans, marketing strategies, you want to know who your audience is. If you're a woman and you are looking for other women to join your team, you know what I mean? Are you going to go to Twitter or are you going to go to TikTok? Let's go to TikTok because TikTok has more women using it on a regular basis. It has to deal with entertainment, humor, and challenges when it comes to content. And strategies are influencer marketing and series content. And that's where we come into play. Some of us might be at a status where we're an influencer in our circle, but if not, then that's where we can come into series content. And what that means is basically you pick your niche and you make a video about it every day. TikTok likes to see at least 3 to 4 videos a day. Right now they have a new feature called stories. So with the stories, I know that they're pushing that on people every day. When I go into TikTok, it literally gives me a message and says, hey, post your stories so your friends can see what you're doing. Every day they're pushing stories right now. So what am I going to do? I'm going to provide TikTok a lot of content in their stories because I know, one, not a lot of people are using it yet. 2, TikTok is actually pushing that type of content because they're pushing it to me. So why wouldn't they be pushing it to other people? You know what I mean? They're pushing it to everybody. That means they're going to put my content in front of them. And then, of course, cons, relationship building. Some people see that as a con, right? Because they're not good relationship builders. But for us, that's the business that we're in. That's what we want to do. So that way people can know, like, and trust us. And then Snapchat, ages 13 to 17, 25 to 34 is mostly for teens. It's silly feel good trends, video ads, location based marketing, app making, relationship building. Me personally, we all know the ladies love Snapchat for the filters. Let's be real, right? So if you can go on there and make content for the people who are on there, which is exactly the age bracket that normally starting to get serious about their credit, right? Obviously 18 to 22 or whatever, they're not really too worried about their credit. Every once in a while you might find one where they're like, yeah, I want to take my credit serious, I want to start a business, right? That's a rare find. So we have to make sure that when we're marketing to people who are actually going to spend their money with us. I personally have been in this business about 4 years, and I find that the age 27 is what always circles back to me. It's the age that I started in this business and in this company. I was getting denied for a house. I needed to make sure my credit was straight. Joshua had a wrongful eviction on his credit that wasn't even supposed to be there. He had nothing to do with it. And if it wasn't for this company, we wouldn't have gotten it removed. So that was the age when I got started growing with this company the last 4 years. I noticed that a lot of the people who gravitate to me the first thing I ask them is, where are you from? How old are you? And everybody is always 27, 28 years old. And I'm noticing that that's the age where people are like, damn, I really don't know anything about credit. And I keep getting denied for everything, or I have a horrible credit score. And they're like, okay, I need to get serious about this. I need somebody to educate me on this. So that is who I find coming to me the most. Then we have content marketing. Obviously, that's another form of marketing that we do by building our flyers or videos or anything like that. So steps to an effective content strategy, you want to have content alignment. So if we're in the financial literacy field, what do we want to talk about? We want to align our content with the customer's journey. Identify what topics, needs, and questions will be addressed in your content. How to boost your credit score, how to get negatives deleted. I personally did a top 3 ways to boost your credit score fast. And that video has been doing very well for me. And it's educating the people quickly while leading them back to me. Step 2, audit your existing content to determine what can be used as is, what must be updated, and what must be created from scratch. 3, production plan, determine the genre and format of each content piece. Identify who will be the subject matter expert authors and other contributors. Something else that I do for marketing is, since I am a real estate professional, I will actually go and tour homes and take the videos, turn them into TikTok tours, and use them as reels. You, as somebody in the financial literacy field, you can partner with a real estate agent. If you are not partnered with real estate agents in your local area, you are missing out big time by not building those relationships and going on those tours with people. Trust me, realtors love it when people want to go, tour houses with them if it's something that they need to do for their content and their business, right? Obviously, we don't want to waste time and waste gas and just do things for no reason. But a lot of realtors, if you reach out to them and let them know, hey, listen, the next time you go tour a property, I would love to go. I don't even mind helping you film some content if you don't mind letting me film some content. Basically, you scratch my back, I scratch your back. A lot of people aren't going to say no, especially if you have some kind of rapport with them. I know me personally, if anybody on the team wants to come with me one day, I'm down. You guys are more than welcome. If you're in the Tampa area, we can go ahead and get that done. Performance measures, you definitely want to determine the objective of each piece of content and how performance will be tracked and measured. I know Meta Business Suites on Facebook, they are really, really good at giving you all your performance metrics, everything like that. They will literally break it down to what time the person is busiest on your business page. So I have my sales state business page for my real estate brokerage that I own. And it literally told me yesterday when I was scheduling all my content for the week, the time that most people were busy, and that was 7 p.m. So what am I going to do? I'm going to schedule my regular ads for 7 p.m. Are you looking to buy a home? Are you looking to sell your home? Are you a VA buyer? Et cetera, whatever it is 7 p.m. is the goal, and Facebook already figured that out for me. So why am I going to fight it? Distribution plan. Identify what online and offline channels will be used to get content in front of constituents, members, and donors. Obviously, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, everything that we just went over in the last slide. Then we have digital marketing. Obviously, when it comes to digital marketing, you want to make sure that it's clean, cost effective, equal opportunities, content focused approach, increased conversions. You want to create brand awareness. I know me personally, everything is build with Bianca Baez, et cetera, et cetera. Like everybody knows when they see my brand, they know who it is. When I go out places, people know me and they were like, oh my God, you're Bianca Baez, you're Bianca Baez, you're Bianca Baez, because what do I always do? I'm always putting my name out there. I always have my face on my flyers. That is the biggest key. No matter what ad I'm running, my face is on that flyer because I want people to know my name and I want people to know my face. I was out in Ybor the other night and I got stopped by 3 different people. Hey, aren't you that girl from Facebook, Bianca Baez? They knew my name. I didn't even have to tell them my name. They knew my name. And they were telling me, oh, I didn't want to be weird and just come up to you and be like, oh, that girl from Facebook, but I just had to come and say something to you. I'm going to be working with you soon. You're always so inspiring. You're always dropping education. They know me. I'm on brand every single day. So, and it has the highest ROI in digital marketing, right? Because you can touch a lot of people very quickly when it comes to this kind of content. You don't have to leave your house. You don't have to go door to door, anything like that. SEO, it's 8:32. I'm just going to go over SEO and email marketing, and then we're going to jump into the DMO. So SEO is so important because people use Google every second of every day, of every minute, of every hour. You have to have something in place so that when people search, you pop up. Okay. I get an email alert every month from Google of how many people have searched my name, have searched my information, have searched credit repair, and then found me. And I've noticed that I get at least on a low month 100 views on my Google search. Like at least 100 people have searched me up. On the high end, I've had upwards to 500-600 people. Obviously that's a little bit more during busy season, right? February, March, April, when everybody's touching tax money and they're thinking about getting their credit fixed. Next is email marketing. This is a great strategy. Technically text messages are opened more than emails. So if you can get some kind of text message marketing platform set into place, kind of like what Fashion Nova has, then that's going to be the best way to touch as many people. They say 80% of text messages that are sent out are open. So that's great knowledge to have. I personally have an app that I use for text blast. You can go in there. There's plenty of them you can find that you can pay for, like pay once for the lifetime. I think the one that I use is called Send Hype. And I paid once. You could use it for the rest of your life and it'll send out mass messages for you. But when it comes back to email marketing, I did drop a list in Band of 30 good ideas to email your of what content to email your prospects. Basically, you can go into UWE and you can go to your customers list. For those of you that have been with the company a while, and you can literally copy and paste every single person's contact information and you can upload it into your UWE app. And then you can go to the online website and send out a drip campaign to everybody. I personally did it the other day and I got a response right away. I just literally sent out the email to every single person that was on my list. I didn't care who you were getting the business that day. And as soon as I sent it out, I had somebody click the link and email me back right away. Hey, I actually have done this before. Within 4 months, I was able to purchase a property thanks to credit repair. And now I'm a homeowner, but I want to get some work done to my property and I need to get my credit fixed again. So within the next week or two, I'm going to be coming to you. She's literally told me as soon as I'm done paying my bills and everything like that, I'm going to come and start working with you because I want to get some stuff fixed at the house. So I would definitely, take a look at that list of 30 different email templates that you can send out to people and get creative. Google has so much stuff that you can literally just Google it, it'll have a template. But if it's something personalized and it comes for you, people can really tell the difference. So I say be as genuine as possible. And use Grammarly, right? Thanks, Susan. Because me personally, I was a great writer growing up, but I always knew my grammar. My teachers always used to tell me like, you write the way you speak, and that's not how you're supposed to do things, right? So I know I personally need help when it comes to writing things out. Proofreading, you can always send it to a friend and just, hey, can you read this real quick? Make sure that I'm not missing anything. Another set of eyes always helps. And then of course, influencer marketing. That is basically what we do right now every single day. We have a following that follows us on Facebook or Instagram where they love us, right? It's our friends, it's our family, whatever, but they love the content that we put out and they want to see it all the time. They don't care what it is, right? So, how do you create an influencer marketing strategy? You want to determine your goals, help people fix their credit, buy homes, get into cars, lower their debt to income ratio, get their willpower and trust in place, create a budget, have a savings goal, everything that we have to offer in the protection plan, and then to know who you're trying to influence. Once again, ages 27 to about 40 is a good age range to have because a lot of those people in that age are either trying to get their credit right, buy a house, start a business, some sort of things along those lines. Understand the rules, consider the 3 R's of influence, compile a short list of influencers. Know that we do this through Instagram. When we do our DMO, we'll go and find influencers and we'll message them and reach them out. Hey, do you do marketing? Do you do paid advertising, et cetera, right? So obviously you want to look at the influencer there that you're reaching out to and make sure that they align with your vision and your goals. And then influence is made up of 3 components: relevance, reach, and resonance. So relevant influencer shares content relevant to your business, your industry. You have to have an audience that aligns with your target audience. For example, to showcase their inclusive swimsuit sizing, Adore Me partnered with body positive creator Remy Bader, right? You want to show that your bathing suit fits thick girls, you got to get a thick girl, right? So you have to make sure that it's on brand. As far as reach is the number of the people you can potentially reach through the influencer's follower base. It's very important to figure out where these people are. Are you in the United States? Are you in Europe? Are you in Australia, right? Because we can only help people in the United States. So why am I going to pay an influencer from another country who most of their base is probably in another country to run an ad for me? It's not going to work. And resonance. This is the potential level of engagement the influencer can create with an audience relevant to your brand. If you ever go to an influence page and you notice they don't get a lot of interactions, a lot of comments, and anything, that means that their following is most likely ghost followers, right? They're not people who are actually engaging in who they resonate with. So you definitely want to take a look at those different things when it comes to the online influencing. All right, so moving on from that, we are going to go ahead and get into our DMO. I'm going to drop it into the band chat for you guys. Just give me 1 second. And then we'll get it started. Just give me 1 moment.
And I think to do that, you need continuity based on optimism and growth, not based on fear, And so those are 2 things I really want to double click on. Let's start with the marketing thing because it's incredibly practical for this room. How many people, by show of hands, because I'm going to navigate because I have the feel of the mix. How many people, by show of hands, please raise them, are in the B2B business? Raise your hands, please. Hi, please. Thank you. And B2C? Great. So predominantly B2B, I'll jump on both. So B2B. How many people here are running LinkedIn ads for their B2B business? And I mean ads in the feed, not email, things of that nature. Raise your hands, just curious. Great, thank you. So let's talk about LinkedIn ads. This room is majority B2B. I couldn't employ, if nothing from this talk, you remember except this one part, I hope this lands. Every company, hence person in this room, needs to be running 3 to 4 original pieces of creative as ads on LinkedIn a day. 3 to 4 LinkedIn ads a day, all different, videos, pictures, or words, all run as ads, not your page and you post and you organically just get whatever LinkedIn puts it into the ethos. I mean, you actually target employees of companies or people's titles and you pay LinkedIn money in it.
All right, guys, if you guys go and check out the Band app, I dropped the daily DMO in there. So obviously, if you want to go, we have different levels to this, right? Because there's levels to this. There's GoPro, intermediate, and then there's beginner. If you are in your first month of business, you should be doing beginner. If you are in your first 6 months of business, you should be doing intermediate. If you are anything past 6 months in business, you should be shooting to go pro, right? And at the end of the day, we want to make sure that we are going pro every day. We know that that is one of the biggest things that we can do is be in front of people at all times. So what does that mean to go pro? Social posts 3 times a day. Post different types of content on Facebook and IG. We do compliant results, credit tips, lifestyle. So I'm going to show you guys a quick example of that. I know for most of you guys, you've already been here, you know what that looks like, but I do know that we have a few agents on here that are brand new. So I want to make sure that I can show them what compliant results look like, et cetera, et cetera. 1 second. We have this group, it's called Get Your Financial Lit here, where you can go in and get content. You can see here, it's they have at the top, they have all kinds of credit tips, everything like that, things that you can use for content on your page. I come in here and I take stuff all the time that's compliant, but you can see stuff that is approved for us to be able to promote. You cannot show credit score numbers. So like 756, you can't show that. You can show the increase. So let's say their credit score went up 130 points. You can show that. But as far as showing actual number scores or showing collections accounts being deleted, you cannot promote that publicly. This is a private group. So what we share in this private group, there might be stuff that is not compliant, but hold on, somebody unmuted themselves. But if you edit it properly, it can be used in most situations. So this one here, compliant testimony, you can show them getting a new home. This is from 2020. I personally like to search. So like there's 160,000 people in this group, right? So there's people posting stuff all the time, but I like to search. I'll search deleted. And then you could see everything that somebody has been deleted. March 7th, 3 collections accounts deleted of my 2 of my accounts that were showing late payments are now showing current payments. The late have been removed. You got to trust the process and you got to send the letters and you got to do what they tell you to do to get the results. This is a perfect screenshot of something that I would use. This is compliant results here. Let me let the dog in. Come on, Parker. So this is a good example of compliant results. Something else too, I like to ask my clients to post and tag for me because they're not a agent in the business, right? So their back office can't get shut down, right? They don't have one. So I'll tell them, hey, if they have something like this, post this, tag me. I'm not going to add it to my page because I don't want corporate coming seeing it on my news feed or anything like that. But if they tag me in it, anybody who sees the post, who sees their page, they're able to find me. But you can see right here, 5 medical bills gone, 116 points. You can see how many accounts were deleted here. This is definitely acceptable advertising when it comes to this. Also, you can use all of your marketing in your UWE back office as well. I really like to use those flyers and then I'll just make them into my own or just use them straight from there. So going back to, let's see, you can see I have a lot of bands here. All right, so we were talking compliant results. So that was the first post that we're gonna do. So I'm gonna use this one. So I want everybody to do this with me. If you guys are not driving, let's get in here. Let's pull some compliant results. Let's see. I'm gonna save this image. I like to do this with you guys in real time so that you can see it doesn't take long. You know, you just have to do it.
I love it. I love how you do the morning grind, Bianca. That's awesome. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Nadine. I appreciate you.
Very detailed. I really, yeah, it's awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, so here we go. Compliant results. All right, so congratulations. I always read it too, because you never something you got to read, you know, before you post it. Sometimes it might have old dates or, you know, just it might say me, I helped this person. If I take a testimony from somebody else, I'll say our company because it is our company. None of us are doing the credit restoration. It's our attorneys that are doing it. So congratulations to Miss Anita, not on social media. This queen is 100% coachable, does everything to the T, stops spending on her cards, is using the debt payoff tool, and is getting her negative items and inquiries deleted. This is her biggest win, and she's over the moon. And then I'm going to use my hashtag because remember, we're building a brand here that people need to associate with. So my brand is Build with B. So, all right, we've got compliant results done. The next thing that we're going to do is credit tips. I have actually a credit tip file of 101 credit tips. And what I can do for you guys is I can go ahead and I'll try and do it as an attachment in the band. So that way you guys can have a copy of it. I'm on credit tip number 17 for the day. Yesterday was 16. So here's credit tip number 17 for the day. Don't think that having no loans or debts will improve your credit score. Some people believe that owing no money, having no credit cards, and in fact, avoiding the whole world of credit will help improve their credit score. We all know this. Anybody who's been in this game for longer than 4 months, we know how many consultations we run, and people will literally tell us, oh, I thought it was bad to have a credit card. I thought it wasn't good to take out loans. I thought, you know, that's not the case at all. That's exactly how you build your credit profile. So it says the opposite is true. Lenders want to see you handle credit, and the only way they can tell is if you have credit that you handle responsibly. Having no credit at all can actually be worse for your credit score than having a few credit accounts that you pay off scrupulously. If you currently have no credit cards at all, opening low balance credit card can actually boost your credit score. So I'm always trying to educate my followers. Even if they don't do business with me, they can never say that they didn't learn anything from me. Yeah, I don't care. If you don't spend your money with me, hey, I get it. You know what I mean? It might not be in everybody's budget, but at the end of the day, you're going to learn something from me. And the person who does have the money and they are asking for the help, you're going to recommend them to me. Hey, you know what? Bianca's always dropping all this information and all this education about credit tips and stuff, you should talk to her. You told me you need help. She's always giving it free game, free information, etc., etc. So I dropped this on my regular page. And yes, I am posting everything back to back because, like I said, I don't care about how much I post or when I post. Facebook is going to push the content out. If you've ever noticed, you'll log into Facebook and you'll see a post from 3 days ago, right? Like it happens all the time. Facebook isn't going to show you everything at all times right when it's posted unless you're following that person. So I actually drop this in our credit and wealth secrets group every time I post a credit tip. We do have this group for God's plan that we put together to be able to add our potentials to it. So I'll come in here and post the credit tips as well. We have about 4,000 members in that group. So I want to make sure I'm providing them with education as well. So credit tips. And then the next one is going to be lifestyle. So I'm going to actually save my lifestyle posts. After I get off of here with you guys, I'm going to go and work out at the gym. So I'm going to save my lifestyle posts for my gym moment of the day so I can hopefully inspire some other people to get up off their tushies and take a walk, because I know Lord knows I need it. So hopefully I can help inspire somebody else. All right. So the next thing on our GoPro list is going to be friend request 50 people. And I don't think I can do that, but I am going to show you guys. My friends list is maxed out, but I'm going to show you guys the fastest way to friend request people. I go into groups that are popping. I find a post that has a lot of interaction, because obviously we want people on our Facebook friends list who are going to interact with our content. So if you're interacting with other posts in Facebook groups and stuff like that, then more than likely, if you see something on my page, then you're going to interact with it. So this is the fastest way to add 50 people. And I'll literally just come in here. And remember, 50 is the GoPro list. Obviously, if you're still working a full-time job, I always tell everybody break this stuff down into 10 to 15 minute sections, right? So let's say if you work full-time in the morning before you go to work, take 10 minutes and add 50 people. Look, there's 42 people who have likes here. So I'm gonna just go ahead, add in here. If it says follow, I'm not going to do that because that means that they're just getting a follow request from me, and most likely they won't see my personal content. And that's not what we want. We want to add friends. So I'm just going to go through. I'm going to do this list, and that'll be my 50 for the day between this one and that one. Hopefully you guys are doing it with me at the same time. Let's see, here we go. Adding friends. Whether they accept it or not, hey, that's on them. But you can see already, I see a couple people are accepting it. I'm getting the little notification. So and so accepted your friend request. All right, so that was 50. Look, in a couple of seconds, right? So the next one is going to be send 50 messages. Obviously, we can start out with our birthdays. So I'm going to search birthdays. I'm going to look at everybody who has birthdays for today. Look, 893,000 people are talking about birthdays. Why not you? Actually, I'm gonna make this general. Happy birthday. I hope your day is full of fun. I'm gonna copy that. I'm gonna paste, and then I'm gonna just keep going. Look, this is somebody who I've obviously talked to about rent to own. Somebody who's supposed to sign up for the card. This also helps me gauge people, right? So like this person here has not engaged with, I'm gonna follow up too. I'm gonna say, hey, did you ever sign up for that Sable card? And the reason why I do this is because if they have a testimony, I want the testimony. If she tells me, yes, girl, I signed up for it, my credit score went up 60 points, blah, 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 then I'll message her back and I'll be like, hashtag build with B, let's get it. And then I'll take a screenshot of that and use that as social proof, because everybody got to see social proof to know it works these days, right? So I'll use that as social proof to show people like, hey, look, the services work, the credit card works. It's 8:55. We only have 5 minutes left. Does anybody have any questions before we get off? If not, we can just keep going through DMO.
I do. Bianca, what was the name of the texting app that you used?
Send hype.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So yeah, just keep coming in here, paste. I've actually closed agents from doing this. And y'all can see in real time, look, she was more concerned about the link comment than the damn birthday. She was like, link, what you talking about, girl? All right, Charlton. And this is literally what I do, y'all. Like whenever I feel like I'm not having a lot of traction in my business, I go through my DMO. Literally. And then this too, like normally I do this from my phone and not from the computer. So something I suggest too is when you're making birthdays, look at their page. Look at the last time this man posted, or a woman, whoever she is. She's not even active. June 27th. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just gonna unfriend this person. So that's one reason why I do love going through the birthdays every day, is because it's like an active way to clean up my page, engage with people, and just see, are they really active? Something I do too is I will look at their page and see, is this even somebody who I want to follow or who I want following me? Are they providing content, or are they just like ratchet and like always posting crazy stuff? Or, you know, like you got to clean up your followers. You got to have people who look like they're actually looking like they're trying to go somewhere in life and not just smoking weed all day and drinking and partying all night, you know, like that's not what, when are they gonna come and fix their credit with you? Like if they all hanging out in the club every weekend, you know, most of the time they're not. That's not what their priorities are in this moment. Will it change in the future? You know, it can. Something else too is when I'm cleaning up my birthdays and my pages and stuff like that. And like if I come to her page, look, she's got this beautiful picture, right? She's tagged in it. She's got 79 likes on this picture. I will come to this likes and I will add people from here. She had 80 people that engaged with this post. So I will come and I'll add people. This is how I get so many new people coming into my business, because they don't know me. Strangers, they're not going to judge you. They're just going to know you for what you show them and what you tell them. So if they see your page for the first time, you're always posting real estate, financial literacy, this, that, that's what they're going to know you for. They're not going to know you from high school, from when you was a brat, getting in trouble, running around, skipping school, right? It's not like it's your mom who knows that you don't like to clean your room sometimes. So they're judging you. Oh, you're not a business person. You don't know anything about that. No, they're strangers. They see that you're providing value and they're going to judge you for that. So it's 8:59. I gave you guys the screenshots in the band chat. The next thing is going to be invite 50 people to a webinar presentation. Tonight, Dr. Arnold Bogarty is doing a overview before our team call. So normally at 9 p.m. we have our team call. At 8 p.m. tonight, Dr. Arnold Bogarty is doing his presentation to do the overview. So I challenge all of you guys to invite 50 people to the webinar tonight. And I will drop some scripts in the band chat of some invites. If you guys have any scripts that you like to use, or if you have any messages that you like to use, share it in the band chat. But let's go ahead and pack out that call. 50 people for Dr. Arnold Bogarty getting back into the swing of things. And let's pack it out. Like, and then what he's going to do is he's going to invite them to our team call at 9 p.m. Our team call at 9 p.m. is going to be myself and Jackie training. Dr. Arnold Bogarty is going to also hop on, and we're going to have some testimonies tonight. I'm going to be going over Eventbrite training, teaching you guys how to set up Eventbrite ads, meetings, how to get it onto Facebook to convert, and how we can basically get more strangers invited to see our information. I love the platform. I use it for real estate and first-time homebuyers events, and I get a lot of people that actually show up. So yeah, that'll be tonight. If you, once again, if you guys have any scripts or anything in the band for invite, let's make it happen. I hope you guys all have a blessed day, and I hope I was able to provide some value for you guys today.
Absolutely. Thank you,
Thank
Bianca.
you.
Thank you.
Happy Tuesday. I guess we'll see everybody
Thanks,
later on
guys.
training.
Can't wait till tonight. Woo!
Absolutely. Let's get those invites out, right?
Thanks, Bianca. Yes.
Y'all have a blessed morning.